Okay, so like, so for instance, let me just share my screen. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen and get into Google Maps. And we'll just tell them, like, we'll just, I'll tell them like an area that I'm interested in. And, even if it's like a certain area, and, and then I'll say, this is the area, like, this is where you need to find all the different storage facilities in this area. So we can just, I'm in the Austin, like kind of Lake Travis area. So, right, if you went into storage and just did storage near me, right, you'd be able to find all the storage facilities coming up in the area, right? So now you can see all these storage facilities are all here, right? And then as you scroll over, you could always search, search different areas to see what comes up. And these are all the ones that essentially they're putting on their list, okay? And except for the ones that are like hedge funds, like where there's like a lot like Cube Smart and Extra Space and stuff like this. These we kind of leave off because we're not going to call them and try to buy anything from them. But if it's a mom and pop shop, if there's only one, right, like for instance Granite Storage or Aladdin self storage, what I'm saying, like these types, right, these are all going to go onto my list or onto their list. And now also another thing I wanted to point out too was the further, like, we're obviously not in the the Austin area, right? So this is going to be primary market right here. So we are going away from the primary market. And I would consider this whole area, because everybody knows the Austin area is like booming, I would consider this all secondary market. In fact, we're talking to a guy right now over in this area, and he really wants to sell his facility, but he wants like a 5 cap or even more, maybe even a 4 cap. I mean, and also we have facilities in the Georgia area. Let me show you. And the over here in like the Georgia area and the Atlanta area. But like I was talking to a realtor from Marcus and Millichap just like maybe a couple weeks ago. And we have facilities kind of up in this area. And he was saying that these facilities in this area are going for a 4 cap right now. So the market is, very competitive. If you are going on, if you're talking to these big, huge facilities, or if you're going online and looking for facilities, if you look this area, let's see, storage near me, right? Let's see, let's get over here and maybe zoom in a little bit. Let's try this. Hang on. And if you're looking in this area, like all up in this area. Now, obviously the Atlanta area is this big, huge metropolitan, but everybody's moving like north. I mean, they're moving up into this area, right? So this is why all this stuff like Donalega and all this area, this is all a 4 cap. This may not be a 4 cap like way up in here yet, but I'm assuming that eventually it will be too. So just know the point is that when you're looking on Google Maps, just know that some areas around like metro areas right here, like might be extending, their cap rates might be super low, even like in certain areas. So I can imagine like from Chattanooga to Atlanta to Athens, this whole area right here, which is like this booming area. Obviously, for some reason, Atlanta is growing north, and it's not really growing south. It does not grow as much. Now it's growing south, but not as fast. And so cap rates in like this area are super low. Okay. And so just think about the area in your state. So obviously, if we look like, let's say for instance, in Alabama, and you have really Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, and Mobile. Mobile is growing, but it's not growing like it's definitely not a 4 cap, 5 cap, maybe a 6 cap. I'm not sure. Yeah, but definitely like higher. I would say 6 cap or higher in this area. And outside of Alabama, easily you can find stuff for 7, 8, or 9 caps, because I know, because my students are finding these. And so the country, like, some states are better than others, obviously. So Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas will have better cap rates than Georgia, the North Georgia area. Now, Texas is booming. Everybody wants to move to Texas, so it's going to be more expensive in Texas than in other areas, so just keep that in mind when you're looking.